Hi guys, it's Summer. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be part 4 in my Eating My Way Through the Pacific Northwest series. And if you haven't seen parts 1 through 3, you should definitely watch because I talk all about everything that I ate in Portland. I've just started talking about everything that I ate in Seattle. Today we're going to be talking about Seattle even more. And I want you to see all of it because I had some really good stuff. And before we get started, I did want to say I'm always looking for new restaurants to try and I'm always looking for new food cities to visit. So if you have a recommendation for somewhere that you think I should try, definitely make sure to send me a message and let me know so I can add it to my list. But without further ado, let's talk about Seattle. We started off this day in Seattle at Lost Lake Cafe. I had never heard of this place. We actually were intending to go somewhere else next door, and we saw this on the way in and actually thought it looked cuter. So this seems to be like a bar in the evening and then like a breakfast, like diner kind of spot in the morning. It really had like some cute, cozy charm. We ordered chilaquiles here, and we also ordered like a classic country breakfast. I think that the classic breakfast was pretty good. I would come back here for that. But honestly, the chilaquiles were not my favorite. I feel like they just weren't very flavorful, and maybe I'm just spoiled because I live in LA, but I probably would skip those next time. After Lost Lake, we kind of wandered around the area, went to some different bookstores, and kind of enjoyed the Airbnb that we were staying at, and then we ended up heading over to the Space Needle. And I don't know if they do this all the time or if this was just happening like because it was January and maybe kind of the off season, but they were running this deal where you could go for cheaper than the normal price of a ticket to go to the top of the Space Needle. You could go for sunset, and you could also get like a free pie and a cider at the top, or I think it was like any drink and any hand pie. So we decided we were gonna do this deal, and honestly, the pies were really good. I don't know what I was expecting when I saw this place, but I don't know. I think just because obviously the Space Needle is one of the biggest tourist attractions of Seattle, I just thought like it'll just be, Disneyland food. I wasn't expecting it to be actually delicious, but this apple pie was so good. I tried a few different flavors and they were all delicious. The only thing I didn't really like was the meat pie, but I feel like it could have just been the contrast of like trying all of these delicious sweet pies and then trying that. But overall, really good experience. I had like a nice cider. I made it even more enjoyable to enjoy the sunset from one of the craziest views you could get. Probably the craziest view in Seattle, but definitely send me a message and let me know if there's a crazier view in Seattle that I need to check out. After we were done at the Space Needle, we headed over to Jibena. This was my first experience with Ethiopian food, and it made me want to try every Ethiopian restaurant near me because it was so delicious. I'm honestly not exactly sure what we got here because we went with like a preset platter option, but everything was amazing. I would definitely just do the same exact thing again, probably, and let them pick for me. You get this bread that's almost like a crepe, but I believe it's made from like a grass. And then you use the bread, which is like a little bit sour, and you pick up all of the different things that they serve you. It's like different stewed meats and beans and stuff like that. And oh, you guys, it was crazy good. I wish I could tell you more about what I was eating. Next time, I'm gonna pay more attention to the menu. And hopefully I can pop on the screen the actual platter that I ordered so that you guys can see. But this was incredible. There was not a single bad thing here. Everything was phenomenal. I would say my favorite was definitely the lamb, which I feel like is a trend in my Pacific Northwest videos. I'm loving the lamb. We did get to speak to the owner too, and she was so sweet, really excited that we were trying Ethiopian food. And honestly, this was just one of those places where you could tell you're at the right spot because it's such a small little like hole in the wall kind of vibe, but then it's completely full of everyone from the neighborhood. So this place was awesome. It was such a good vibe. The food was amazing. I would absolutely go back. After that, we did some bar hopping. I don't think I got any footage of the bar hopping, to be honest. If I did, I'll overlay it here. And at the end of the night, we ended up at Big Mario's. Fun fact, Obama once said that this is his favorite pizza in Seattle. Learned that after we went there. So that's just a little fun fact. Big Mario's was great. I feel like this was doing for me exactly what Sizzle Pie was doing for me. It's a very great like late night slice kind of spot. The next day we went to Backyard Bagels, which is a bagel shop that started out as a pop-up, which is super fun. And this place actually had really good coffee too, on top of having delicious bagels, which is awesome. And I actually think this might have ended up being the best coffee that I had the whole time I was in Seattle, which is pretty crazy. No one was very hungry just because of the night before's activities. We were eating a little lighter this morning. So we did one cheddar bagel with scallion cream cheese, I believe. And then I think we also did a sesame bagel with spicy scallion cream cheese. And everything was really good. We decided we wanted to do a little picnic at Gasworks Park, so we went and picked up some sandwiches from Hushies. We got turkey sandwiches all around and homemade salt and vinegar chips. These sandwiches were absolutely made to share. They are ginormous. At first glance, I kind of thought that it was a pricey place, but I feel like after we got the food, I realized it's just like crazy portions and a lot of stuff is homemade. These chips honestly might have been the best thing there for me, which is saying a lot because the sandwich was awesome too. So I would really recommend going here. I feel like getting it and taking it on a picnic was so perfect. It was like my dream picnic sandwich. It was ginormous and delicious, and it's on, I think, focaccia. And Gasworks Park was beautiful as well, so I feel like that was just like the perfect setting for our sandwich. After that, it was just me and one other friend left because, as I mentioned before, like so many people were like hopping on and off of this trip at different times. So we checked into the Pally Hotel and we went across the street to H Mart for a little juice. And then we ended up going to the restaurant that's inside of the Pally downstairs called The Heart and the Hunter for dinner. We ordered a fish and chips and a salad, and honestly, I feel like they were both just like nothing to write home about. It was kind of whatever. But then we got this bread pudding. And this was so good. This immediately when we tried this, we knew we were coming back in the morning to get some breakfast food because it was insane. It was so good. It was homemade and delicious, and we could tell like everyone else that was in the restaurant was eating it. We knew we had to have some. All right, you guys, that is everything for today's video. I hope that you've been enjoying this series. I really had the best time in Portland and Seattle, and I already want to go back for another Pacific Northwest trip. So definitely let me know what spots I missed, where I should go back to and order something different. A lot of you guys are letting me know like certain places I went, I just ordered wrong, or certain places where there's just something I really needed to try, and I love it. Keep it up, keep letting me know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.